My first question is, how did you get into the topic of on vocation?
Yeah, the story is actually when I was younger, I wanted to become a stand-up comedian. And my father talked me out of it, said you maybe want to get a real job first. So I got the real job. And then I worked my way through until the age of 33. And then I was running a company, have a family at home, and I was kind of not living my life because it wasn't really something I decided, but I was asking myself, I'm living a successful life, but is it me? And I actually don't know myself. And that's when I recognized at that time that I had been the absent subject of my own education. My education gave me the tools to learn to make a living, but not to live my life or understand who I am. And that was when a pivot started and I started to try to find out who am I. And then I went into development, personal development methodologies to understand myself. Just went out of a corporate job into a roller coaster life and an entrepreneur path. And really through that, I was trying to find out what is it. And my first article about over 10 years ago describes that moment saying, why is education not vocational? Why don't I have some tools for me to find what is actually what I want to do, not what I'm supposed to do? And that over the time triggered then the pivot that later on I ended up in doing impact investing. That's what I do today. But it's really the part of people coming to me, Florian, you do impact. How can I do impact? And I asked them the same question. What's your vocation? And normally they don't know. Then I said, okay, can you go back? Can you take the time internally? And I gave some exercises. They come back and to find what's your vocation. Once you have the vocation, then I distilled it down into something actionable. And that was the origin of On Vocation. As I would say, I help people to vocate, to dedicate themselves professionally to their vocation.